The next one is about the installation by pulling using Capstan winches. We have rarely seen you in the field using winches, but this is the most convenient way of installing cable because it guarantees a uniform tensile load and speed in the cable installation. Capstan winches are used to support on the cable pulling because they are motorized and then they facilitate the task enormously. There are two types. This one up here is the one mounted in the support trucks, and this one down here is the standalone one. Both of them operate in the same way. The capstan is this wheel that you can see here with different sizes. The size has to be in accordance to the cable you're installing. Remember the minimum bending radius. A rule of thumb for STC cables is that capstans with 800 millimeters diameter accommodate all our cables. Just a hint to help you out. So if you install 800 millimeter diameter capstan wheels, you make sure that all STC cables are meeting the minimum bending radius. Otherwise, if you install smaller capstans, then you have to pay attention to the MBR of the cable you are installing. So how do we operate a capstan winch? So you see down here on the drawing how this is basically working. So we have the feed truck where our cable drum is installed. The cable is being pulled from this manhole to the far end handhole or manhole. The winch is installed on the other side, obviously, and the winch is initially pulling the rope once this has been attached to the cable head, and then the winch is recovering all the tape or rope, and once that's done, the cable will start passing through. Precautions that you have to have is that the winches and all machinery has to be leveled and stable on the ground. The alignment of the cable drums and the cable winches has to be at least within plus minus 10 degrees of the pulling direction. You have to use the proper hardware to guide the cable in and out from the ducts and manholes to the truck and winches, and monitor the tension. The winches are equipped with tension monitors. You have to set the tension to stop the winch automatically if the tension force exceeds 85% of the maximum tensile load. Now we are going to see a demo video on the utilization of capstan winches.
You can appreciate how the operator is looping the pulling tape around the capstan. 2 loops to secure the pulling tape, and then they tie up the tape to the winch. The winch diameter is much smaller. It does not meet the minimum bending radius, but it has all the pulling force. So this is why they are using the capstan wheel that ensures the minimum bending radius is met. They start the winch. The pulling rope starts being rolled over the winch, and after the entire length of pulling rope is rolled over that winch, then the cable will appear from the duct. The pulling rope length is completely out of the duct, and then we are going to see in a minute how the cable, here we go, how the cable head comes out as well. The operators stop the machine right when the cable is going to get to the winch, because one more time, the winch is not meeting